Welcome back, everyone. Famine52 back again, and today we're continuing on with Hogwarts Legacy. Let's get going. Alright, how's it going, everybody? We are back here with episode 2. We just got sorted into Gryffindor here. And for anybody that watched my first episode, I do apologize about the weird graphical and audio stuff. Hopefully I have worked that out. This game is actually pretty high frame rate, pretty high graphics in comparison to what I normally play, apparently. So I am still trying to fine-tune a few of the settings when it comes to recording. But let's ignore that for now.
Revelio.
Let's go ahead and move on. Let's see, we need to get to the common room, so what is down here? Looks like another dormitory instead of a common room. Hello, mirror. Oh god, the mirror actually reflects stuff. Not well, but it still reflects stuff. Anywho, let's try going upstairs.
Now, which way is the common room? Revelio.
Got nothing. So the common room is actually over here. And for those of you that have read the books, I believe this is in Order of the Phoenix. This is the stairway to the girls' dormitory. So let's go ahead and try to go up.
Seems that's off limits to me. I can't go up there.
Yep, so just like in the books, the staircase turns into a slide whenever a boy tries to go up it. Seems to stay more, or it seems to revert back to regular stairs a little bit faster than it does in the books, though.
They're lucky they didn't end up.
Alright, so we need to introduce ourselves
That
to a
girl
couple
could go
of
with anything.
students in here, but first it looks like we have a chest right there.
Wait, that's not
That
right.
is a place for us to place
really thought
our
I had it.
random things. We have somebody right here, so let's go ahead and talk to Cressida.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I've studied with him a little bit.
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
A little more practice ought to do it.
I practiced all summer. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without speaking. What's so difficult about this one? I'm just going to keep at it.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year, and even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
So there we have one of our fellow Gryffindors. That'd be so weird in real life. Like you're just trying to do something like, I guess, turn the color of a hat, and you just have pictures laughing at you. Well, let's go ahead and
girl
talk to whoever
thinks
this
she's
is.
revenge for a thrill.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
Yes, our carriage was attacked by a dragon.
Crikey! I can't believe it. How thrilling! And also terrifying. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
I take it you're not afraid of heights.
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
So let me go ahead and adjust something real quick. I have already kind of reduced the audio, but let's go ahead and reduce it a little bit more, see if that helps. Because I'm no longer maxing out. However, it does look as if we were getting a little bit close there. Let's go ahead and eat an apple. And talk to this
You'll like
gentleman
it.
over here.
Trust me.
Looks like a Gareth Weasley.
Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
Does having your aunt here make things difficult?
More than you'd think. Most people assume I can't get into trouble or be given detention. But they're wrong. Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year. Keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well. And she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there. Based on some reactions, it may need a bit more work.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth, and thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
So, looks like we have some beater bats back there. Yeah, golden Oh, this is a trophy room. Trophy cabinet, I mean. Interesting. Anyway, somebody by the last name of Pruitt told us that, hey, Snitch. Hi, Snitch. Can I catch you? Apparently not. Somebody by the last name of Pruitt told us that Professor Weasley is waiting for us outside. So let's go ahead and do that. And for those of you that know, Mrs. Weasley...
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs?
Ordinary
Owls.
wizarding
Yes,
levels.
your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Essentially, we
Here
are
you
going to be
are.
expected to take the SATs after our first year of school.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
So I'll just shove it in my armpit.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Alright, still haven't unlocked it. We are going to be shortly. Let's
This
go ahead
way.
and follow Professor Weasley.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Revelio.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
I can keep up. Can you please go faster?
Lumos.
Ah,
Protego.
the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio.
Perufio. Wand out with a
Revelio.
Casts Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide
This portrait depicts the wizard Barufio, famed for his brain elixir, and as an example of what happens when incantations are improperly spoken. He once said S instead of F, and found himself on the floor with a buffalo on his chest. We've just unlocked our first challenge. Press the start button to pull up the challenges. This is your wizarding experience level. Earn experience from challenges. Increases your level and power. Your field guide tracks your current challenge progress. Select the challenge menu to continue. Collecting your first guide page unlocked a new challenge category. New challenges you unlock through your adventures will appear here. And each challenge has tiers. Special rewards unlock each tier you complete. From appearances to critical upgrades. Rewards must be claimed in the challenge menu. Come back often to collect what you have unlocked. So with that being unlocked, can I check out my gear yet? I can. If I come here, let's go ahead and throw our hood on, shall we? Why? Because we can.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
We'll be going over the field guide a little bit more here in a moment. Hey, kitty. How are my my robes already so dirty?
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Got 51 gold from, or galleons from that chest right there.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
So essentially, pull up the mini map by touching the touchpad. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and speed through this a little bit. Basically, everywhere we have these white flags are areas that we could select, and by selecting the south wing right here, we will see that we have unlocked some green travel markers and some gray ones. We can fast travel to all of the green travel markers, and the gray ones are yet to be unlocked. So coming down here to the library annex, Professor Weasley has unlocked the central hall for us. So let's go ahead and press square and travel there.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
If I can just stop
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
So here's the thing, I don't really like lying to any Weasley, but we also gave our word that we would not talk about this with anyone other than Professor Fig at the moment. So I'm gonna go with I'm afraid there isn't.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
All right, let's go ahead and talk to Professor Fig.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
So essentially, we could track where we are trying to go on the map right here. There are going to be times where we do not have the required level or spell for a main mission, at which point the mission tag will pop up with a lock like you see right there, and various professors' assignments will also pop up on the map. But let's go ahead and track our quest right there.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
All right.
Revelio.
So we can definitely track where we need to go by pressing up on the D-pad. Right now, the book wants us to go up that way, but before we do,
This cannot possibly be...
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
so she is talking about
Do come and
this
find me if
painting
you
right
stumble on
here. So let's
something
go ahead and cast
Lumos.
Lumos.
The mystery.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
And it is nearby. It is actually down here.
This looks like the location from the painting. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth.
And if we come down here with the Lumos up, this moth will be obliged to attack our wand. If we come back over here to the portrait, deactivate Lumos.
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
I love switching spells.
And then now let's go ahead and talk to that girl again.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Alright. So after all of that, it looks like we have leveled up to level 2. Let's go ahead and check on our field guide a little bit. We've got our quest right here. One to ascend charms, another to attend defense against dark arts. And there is our completed ones right there. Let's see, we have our challenges. We have a side quest. Complete 3 side relationship quests, and we will get a bookish frame rim glasses. And then up here, complete 2 main story quests, and we will get legendary gloves. Very nice. And then we have the field guide over here. We have collected 2 field guide pages, so we have some spectacles that we have unlocked. And for unlocking 8 more, we will get some more gloves. And we have collections down here. Basically, we could look through here, see the various collections that we have. Collections not over there. And that's all of that. And now if we come to our gear, if I understand correctly, yeah, we have dark arts robes that we can put on. Those are cool. Very well. And then we could change appearance on our outfit as well. Let's see, we got the dark arts under there. Very interesting. And we also have the cobalt regalia, which I don't really like the look of. Prefect vest. I'm going to go ahead and put the dark art stuff on. And now, just out of curiosity, if I put on these glasses, can I change the appearance? I can. Very interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the beaked skull. Because I can, why not? Do I have any hats? I do have a hat, but it is not currently visible. So let's put our hood down. Change the appearance of it. Very well. And do I have any handwear? I do. I have the black leather gloves. Change the appearance of it. Dark arts gloves. Actually brighten them up a little bit, so very well. And I think think that we're going to be rocking like that for a little bit. Why? Why? Because we can. But let's go ahead and retrack our Transfiguration class. Not Transfiguration, Charms class. And refamiliarize ourselves with where we need to go. It's going to be up here.
Revelio.
And this game very much leads to kind of Revelio spam. Like, as you can see, that blue bit right there is the flu network. But as we come over here,
Best one ever.
see anything out here of interest? Nothing that I can see thus far. So let's go ahead and continue on. And we're in the defense
Revelio.
Dark Arts Tower. What do we have here?
Lumos.
Okay, so that is going to be somewhere. We're looking for a painting in between what looks like some pillars.
It was an accident. Come now, Annabelle. It was a long time ago.
Oh God.
Get away from me.
Poor man. Maybe we're looking down here. What is going on here?
Revelio.
Augury skeleton. This is a skeleton of an Irish phoenix or augury, an intensely shy bird who can forecast the coming of rain and whose mournful cry was once believed to foretell death. Very well.
Revelio.
I am still looking for this painting. What do we have here? What are you? A locked door. Thank you for the cup of tea.
Off on another adventure, are we?
So here's the dark arts room, which we're not going to go into right now.
Revelio.
Special night. It's tormenting Professor Black.
That statue looks cool, not even gonna lie. Alright, I am curious as to where we're supposed to be going
Revelio.
for that picture.
Lumos.
Let me check something on my map real quick. See, it doesn't seem to actually tell me anything. Maybe I can't get that one yet. Maybe I need some extra stuff. I don't know. I'll come back to it later. Let's go ahead and go to class, shall we? We're going to be coming straight through here. coming upstairs.
Revelio.
There's a treasure chest over there. Can I get to that treasure chest? I can. 45 galleons. And then there is
What are you up to
another
now?
treasure chest in here that we can't actually get yet. From what I can tell, we need to be able to turn invisible to actually sneak up on that chest. Hey, look what we have here.
Lumos.
Let's go ahead and return this to the painting down there. I don't know if this is the right one, but I don't know where else this will go. I honestly was not meaning to do that right there. So let's go ahead and continue on to class. Actually, this time.
I'd swear we'd be more uplifted in potions if it were taught by Dementor.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Alright, so we are going to learn the Accio spell, so let's go ahead and get to it. I would normally pronounce it Accio, but they pronounce it Accio in this game, so that's what
Accio.
That's what I'm going to go with.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
And you know what? Having these robes on kind of takes away from the cutscenes, if you ask me. So I think I'm going to go back to the regular look.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Before we start, we're going to take off the dark art stuff. Oh, I see what I did there. Yeah, there we go. We're going to take off the hat. Get these back to the regular robes. Regular robes.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
So the summoning charm, Accio, pulls a target closer to the caster. Hold R2 and press the assign button to cast Accio and pull the target closer. Press the button again to cease casting the spell. That last part is a lie, at least for this section. What we need to do is release R2 right as the ball is kind of leaving the orange zone. So we're going to go ahead and cast Accio and release.
Splendid!
Accio and release.
Very good!
And Accio and release.
That's it! Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So we are competing against this student.
Let us see this. There we go.
It is a turn-based game, so let's go ahead and
Accio!
come off the floor with her, shall we?
Excellent control there.
Be sharp. Phew. Brilliant! Watch this. Yes!
So it is worth noting that we can knock the balls off and lose points.
Accio!
But I figured we would rather be safe than sorry.
Perfect score. Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this.
Alright, so
There we
obviously
go.
we have the moving crates that we want to avoid. And this isn't too difficult. We'll go ahead and
Accio.
now.
Splendid!
And
Here we go.
in theory, she will more often than not
That is how it's done.
either get a 40 instead of a 50, or she'll get knocked off course by one of the crates. So we should be good.
Quite impressive. Watch this. Yes!
And we're going to come over here to the side. Wait for that crate over there to start moving.
Accio.
Two perfect rounds. You're a natural.
There we go.
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Very abrupt, but okay.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio.
A word, if you...
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You
Very
know
well,
it won't
very
work
well.
with humans.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that. Cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Alright, let's go ahead and talk to the professor.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
All right, now can we go up into his office? Nope, it is locked.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Very well.
Revelio.
Anything of interest up here? There's a treasure chest up there.
Sometimes I'm not fully sure.
And then the
Werewolf.
There's another cat.
In the Goblin Rebellion of 1750.
And by
Oh,
the end of
nice
it,
to see you,
the
my
Minister
young
for
friend.
Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves.
Hello,
It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flat.
Oh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't boot and it wasn't flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Alright, so after that little interaction with Peeves, let's go ahead and ignore that for right now. Let's go ahead and head back down to the main hall area. Could fast travel there, but let's just go ahead and run. We're going to be through here. Why am I running? I don't know. I just am. Jump! Alright, actually. Yeah. So, at this point we have unlocked side quests that will be denoted on our mini-map by these little blacked out flags. And it will actually show us where we want to go. So let's go ahead and go there right now. We're looking up here.
Oh dear. I shall
Is
get...
everything all right?
Oh, hello. Nice to see you again. Thank you for asking. And I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You might recall that I was trying to cast non-verbally when we met in the common room. Well, I mastered that, and now I've taken to creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madam Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Alright, so we need to go into the library and collect her books. Not too difficult to do. And there were some pages floating around here. Yep. Let's go.
Accio!
Accio that. Accio that.
My siblings and I have all been...
And those are not her books. Those are just little field study guide things for us to collect. Let's go ahead and head on into the library.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go. Accio!
I missed.
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Today was a good day. That is until Gareth splashed whatever ridiculous concoction he was creating all over my perfectly stewed lacewing flies. Had to empty my entire cauldron and start all over again. He is such a menace. Thinks he knows everything there is to know about potions. Always disrupting Professor Sharp's class with his experiments. I'm utterly convinced that if he wasn't Professor Weasley's nephew, he wouldn't have been expelled by now. Arborith Smokies again tonight for dinner. I'm becoming more partial to them now, although I still prefer meat pie. Interesting little diary.
Accio!
So that was not one of her books. So let's go ahead and head on up here. See what else we can collect.
Anyone in the wizarding world could outdo the best of Muggle as to offer any day.
Lumos.
So it looks like there is another moth going to be over here by the looks of it. Yep, there it is. Let's go ahead and return this to the painting. Let's go ahead and come over here.
Accio!
There's book number 4. And we need
Revelio.
one more. What are you? Apparently a whole lot of nothing. I believe the final book should be up here. Am I wrong?
Accio!
There
That's
it
the
is.
last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Alright. So let's go ahead and...
Revelio.
The old librarian, one of the first librarians of Hogwarts, is depicted here. Rumor is that he had no tolerance whatsoever for noisy students and was known for his liberal use of the silencing charm at the slightest sneeze. Interesting. Let's go ahead and head on downstairs. because there are a few more things that we can collect in here. Namely, we have a letter right here. Professor Black, might I suggest a ban on magic in the library? Someone has been sneaking into the restricted section, and Cassadia Bloom seems to think of the library as her own personal arena, in which to practice her latest incantations. It is most disruptive. One might consider Peeves tame by comparison to such antics. Very well, very well. And if I come over here and I cast Revelio, I could see that there is a treasure chest right in there, but I have no way of getting to it right now.
Accio.
To my knowledge.
Revelio.
Pretty sure I need to be able to put out fire in order to get through the fireplace, and so on and so forth. But that is going to be it for in here. Let's go ahead and return the books.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy.
Alright, so over here, this is a little magic door thing that we can interact with. I will be attempting to do that here a little bit later, not right now. I want to go first. Let's go ahead and collect some things. We have our legendary gloves, and for 4 more main story quests, we will get a legendary cape. Still got nothing here. Yeah. Alright. Then we've got collections. I'll go ahead and go through all of that stuff off screen. We have our note from Professor Black right there. And we have some new gear. We have some gloves that will increase our offense. So let's go ahead and put those on. Ooh, I actually kind of like the look of those, not even gonna lie. And I believe that's it for right now. That is it for right now. Actually, just out of curiosity, because I didn't try this before. Very well. Go ahead and take that off. That is not what I meant to do. I wanted to set a destination for right there. So let's get going.
Arthur Six tried conjuring a pillow.
Is there anything out here for us?
Revelio.
This fountain in the Transfiguration Courtyard has a likeness to a wyvern on top and serves as a relaxing place for students to gather. Despite rumors to the contrary, possibly started by Sir Cadogan, this is most assuredly not meant to be the wyvern of Way, slain by the lively king in spite of himself. Very well.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu.
Revelio.
Looks like we have a treasure chest in there behind a locked door.
If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you.
Let's go ahead and head on up here. And begin our defense against
Stupefy! Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Alright, so let's go ahead and learn the Levioso spell. So let's go ahead and get going.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Alright, so let's go ahead and cast Levioso. It'll automatically be mapped to the circle button.
Levioso! Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
If only all of my students were this adept.
Protego, Stupefico. Complicates things. Levioso.
I do enjoy a lively duel. Try to anticipate your opponent's next move.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around. Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Alright, let's go ahead and talk to
Nice work.
Sebastian.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
It was. Never used my wand in combat. Now that's just a straight up lie. So I've had my share of wand combat, which is still kind of a lie, but we did fight those weird statue things, so...
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned? Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Alright.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Let's go ahead and actually head out for the dueling club. I'm going to go ahead and track that. And let's go ahead and fast travel to the common room.
Oh, everybody knows you're in remedial. Oh, do shut up.
Hey, it's nearly had this Nick.
Your parents' faces when they see your mark.
How's it going, buddy?
Nearly
had this. How could he be nearly had this? Alright. And is there anything
Revelio.
here that we can do? Not on this side, at the very least. Looks like there is something over there. Though we can't get to that right now, so let's go ahead and head on downstairs. Apparently get eaten by a frog?
Lumos.
Interesting. Looks like we got a wand handle right there. Oh, oh god. There we go. And there's the frog again. Alright.
Revelio.
Take a moment to allow our music to...
Is he playing that with his nose? No, I guess not. Looks like we have something here. This map depicts Argyllshire, a region in Scotland which contains the Hebrides, native home to the Hebridean Black Dragon, and also where the Fat Lady hides in Prisoner of Azkaban after Sirius Black comes in, attacks. And it looks like we have... That was the wrong button. But it looks like we have unlocked a few things. Like our new gloves. And we'll be getting a hat once we get 14 more of those thingamajigs. Anything for quests? Negative. Let's go ahead and take a look at those gloves. Or at least I thought we got some gloves. Were they just an aesthetic? Yeah, they were just an aesthetic. So I'm not going to go ahead and put those on. I will, however, come straight through here.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Revelio. Levioso. Revelio.
Okay.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only,
you're
so
like a first
you
year.
must
What
have
do you
really
mean?
impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does cross wands work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you can duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
You know it.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Break through yellow shields with control spells like Levioso. We can also press R3 to lock onto targets.
Tego! Confringo!
Levioso!
Levioso!
Protego! Stupid! Accio!
Findo!
Levioso!
Confringo!
You're better than that!
Stupefy! Levioso!
There goes my weight.
Levioso!
Levioso!
Shy away now.
Confringo! That's all you've got?
Levioso! Accio!
Find the one!
And there we go.
Pity more people can't watch the duels.
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you. There's strong competition ahead, but keep this up and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now, it takes time to organise these duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you. Again, congratulations on your first crossed ones victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Alright, we have another treasure chest right here. We have a traditional Czech cloak. And that is also going to be the end of this episode right here. In the next episode, we are going to go talk to Professor Weasley. We're also going to go back to my original character. We have caught up to where I was with him. I actually think I might have gotten a few more of the travel guide or student handbook guide stuff. But that's perfectly fine. We'll be able to catch up with that in the next episode. But until then, this is Famine52 signing out, and peace out.